Okay, we are starting our first episode, which is branch current method. It is called branch current method based on the fact that when current moves into the junction, it will divide, right? So here we have current I1 coming from this voltage source, and then another current coming from this voltage called I2. When it reaches this junction, it will now divide or move down, which we can call it what? I. So therefore, we can say our I is equal to what? I1 plus I2, which is also known as what? The Kirchhoff's current law, which states that what? The current that is moving towards the junction is equal to the current moving away from what? The junction, right? So therefore, now we have established this. After that, we determine what? The current direction whenever it sees the resistor. We are saying that anytime current sees the resistor, it will start from higher potential and end at lower potential. So let's say current is moving from this direction, meaning that it will start from positive and end what? Negative. That's the lower potential. Now this is also moving down, so it will start from what? The highest potential and end at the lower potential. This is also moving from this direction, so it will start from the higher potential and end at the lower potential. After you are done with this, we now move on using what? The Kirchhoff's what? Voltage law, which is also known as what? The KVL. So we can see this one is called A, B, C, D back to A, and then we can call this one what? E, and then F. So considering circuit A, B, C, D back to A using Kirchhoff what? Voltage law, right? So now we can choose to move in any direction, either clockwise or anti-clockwise. So in this question, I'm using what? Clockwise manner. If I do this one clockwise, it means that I have to also do the same thing for this, right? So we are moving in the clockwise direction. So from negative to positive, we always consider the endings. From negative to positive will give us a voltage source of what? 20. And then from positive to negative, it's negative, so you consider that one. So that would be what? Negative 5 what? I1. And then from positive to negative, the endings, that will give us what? Negative what? 10I. And then we know that I is the same as what? I1, or we can still leave it here. I. 10I. Okay. And then after that, we can move on to say that there's no any other voltage source within the circuit, so therefore this should be equal to what? 0. After we are done with this, we know that I is the same as I1 plus I2, so we can replace that. So we have negative 5I1 minus 10 I1 plus what? I2 plus what? 20 equal to 0. So this one will give us negative 5 I1. And then we have negative 10 what? I1 minus 10 what? I2 plus 20, which is equal to what? 0. Now, we can add them together. So we have, and then move it to the other side of the equation. So we have 15 I1 minus plus 10 what? I2 is equal to 120. So we are maintaining the 20 and moving the other one to the other side of the equation. This one will give us equation 1. After we are done with this, we now consider other loop. Considering loop A, B, E, F, C, back to what? B. Using Kirchhoff what? Voltage law, right? So we can also do our movement within the loop. So from negative to positive will give us what? A positive source, right? That will give us 10 what? 10 I. And then we know that I is the same as what? I1 plus what? I2. And then from negative to positive will give us what? A positive source, which is plus what? 2 what? I1, I2. Very good. And then finally from positive to negative will give us what? A negative source of what? Minus 8. And this will be equal to what? 0. Okay. Now, so we have 10 I1 plus 10 what? I2 plus what? 2 I2 is equal to what? 8. Let's add this together. We have 10 I1 plus 12 I2 equal to what? 8, right? Equation 2. So after that, we solve the two equations what? Simultaneously. And then initially we had 15 I1 plus 10 I2 equal to 20. That's our equation 1. So after that, we solve this one simultaneously. You can use your calculator or anything to do it. So after you are done, you get your I1 being equal to a certain value. Let me just use my calculator to do it. So we have 10, we have 12, and then we have 8. 15, 10, and then finally 20. So we had our I1 equal 2 amps, and then that of I2 is equal to negative what? 1 amp. But we know that I is equal to what? I1 plus what? I2. So therefore, we can say our I is equal to 2 minus 1. And that will give us what? 1 amp. Thank you very much. And that is all about the branch current method. If you have a number of circuits, you just need to find your path and then get the branch what circuit, and then after that you move on. So thank you very much. We'll move to the next video where we will consider mesh method 2 as well. Thank you.